there is no factor 6. So I answered it yesterday as well. So initially, factor 6 was included in the list by the name of Accelerin, and later on it was dropped because Accelerin is the activated form of the same factor 5. If you remember the factor 5, the name of factor 5 is proaccelerin, and factor 6 is same form of activated factor 5. So we may disregard this factor, but kindly mute yourself. Kindly mute yourself, please. So that is the reason factor 6 is no longer included in our list of clotting factors. So we have discussed hemophilia already. We will continue from there so that we can build up the concept on the von Willebrand disease and other bleeding disorders like thrombocytopenic purpura, idiopathic thrombocytopenic purpura, and disseminated intravascular coagulation. So I hope you remember the clotting factors. Clotting factor 8 is the anti-hemophilic factor A. Deficiency of this factor leads to classic hemophilia, or we can also call it as hemophilia A. Clotting factor 9 is anti-hemophilic factor B. The other name deficiency of this factor leads to hemophilia B or Christmas disease. So we have discussed some of the coagulation tests. Let's revise all of these clotting tests or coagulation tests. The first one is the bleeding time. I hope you remember what is bleeding time. Bleeding time is the time from the onset of first drop of blood till the bleeding stops after a gentle pinprick. And we use the Duke's method. We take a filter paper, white filter paper, and we pick our index finger and discard the first drop of blood, and we start the stopwatch and we place our first drop over the filter paper at 12 o'clock position. Then after every 30 seconds, we put the blood drop over the filter paper and we count the time till we see no drop over the filter paper. The normal bleeding time is around anyone?
1 to 5 minutes.
Yes, 1 to 5 minutes. So which cells determine bleeding time?
Thrombocytes.
Platelets.
Thrombocytes. Yes,
Lymphocytes.
thrombocytes and platelets. The other test, a coagulation test, is clotting time or coagulation time. So coagulation time is determined by the capillary tube method, and the normal clotting time is around 6 to 9 minutes or 6 to 10 minutes approximately, and it is the time from the onset of bleeding till the formation of fibrin fibers, right? Then we have two further tests: PT, prothrombin time, and PTT, partial thromboplastin time.
यार ए भी
Prothrombin
कर
time
लगा पे ए भी
uses.
कर लगा तो मतलब आवाज कहीं नहीं मिलती पी
Pratap, kindly mute yourself. If you do not have any question, mute yourself and listen carefully. So prothrombin time PT versus partial thromboplastin time PTT. So what is prothrombin time? How can we determine prothrombin time? So there's a bit complicated procedure. What we do is we take the blood sample and we put it in a glass test tube, and then we add citrate or oxalate. So what will citrate do? It will act as an anticoagulant, and then we will centrifuge this uh, blood sample test tube in the centrifuge machine, and we will extract the plasma out of it. Once the plasma has been extracted, we will add calcium. So why calcium is added? To nullify the effect of citrate. So citrate, as you all know, is an anticoagulant. So the anticoagulant property of citrate will be nullified by adding calcium. And then we will expose the blood to the tissue factor, factor 3, and we will calculate or determine the time optically, and the normal prothrombin time is around 12 seconds. 12 seconds. This is the normal prothrombin time. Partial thromboplastin time is determined by the same technique, and instead of exposure to the tissue factor, we expose the blood sample to glass or
Factor
kaolin,
12.
which will initiate the intrinsic pathway. And the normal partial thromboplastin time is around 30 to 40 seconds. 30 seconds to 40 seconds. In some labs, 50 seconds is considered normal as well. So why we determine prothrombin time and partial thromboplastin time? These are sort of clotting time tests. Prothrombin time depicts the extrinsic pathway. We have discussed it already. This depicts the extrinsic pathway. All the clotting factors that are present in the extrinsic pathway will be checked. And partial thromboplastin time, sometimes known as activated partial thromboplastin time, APTT. So PTT or APTT is the same thing. And this partial thromboplastin time depicts the intrinsic pathway. So remember the mnemonic: you play tennis outside and you play table tennis inside. So these are the frequently used coagulation tests uh, that are helpful in diagnosis of different bleeding disorders.
सर
जी बेटा.
सर ये टाइम इतना थोड़ा क्यों है? इंट्रिंसिक का तो काफी ज्यादा टाइम होता है.
But this is not the time duration of the whole pathway. This is the time duration of the lab test that we perform. Right? We have discussed that the intrinsic pathway itself may take a few minutes. Right? That this is not the time duration of the pathway. This is the duration determined by the coagulation test. And these
सर ये
values are
पीटी और
used. Okay.
ये पीटी और पीटीटी दोनों कोएगुलेशन टेस्ट है.
All these are coagulation tests: bleeding time, clotting time, prothrombin time. One of the tests frequently used is INR. INR in capitals. INR means International Normalized Ratio. International Normalized Ratio. So it's a ratio. Ratio means no units. Ratio of what? Ratio of PT of the test, PT or prothrombin time of the test, that is the test subject, divided by the prothrombin time of a normal individual. So PT of test subject divided by prothrombin time of normal individual. So ratio of PT of test subject to the prothrombin time of a normal individual is labeled as INR. And the normal value INR is around 1. Since it's a ratio, so there are no units. So what's the clinical significance of determining this INR value? Suppose the INR is on the higher side. So if the INR is increased INR means there are more chances of bleeding. Similarly, if the INR is on the lower side, this means there are chances of clotting or coagulation. So normally on warfarin, patients on warfarin therapy, they are determined by the INR is determined, and the objective, the goal is to keep the INR value around 2 to 3 in patients of warfarin therapy. Right? So we have to keep the INR between 2 to 3 in patients in which warfarin is being administered. So remember, if INR is on the higher side, there are more chances of bleeding. If INR is on the lower side, more chances of clotting. So we have to make a balance, right? So for you people, you have to remember the normal values of bleeding time, that is 5 minutes, 5 minutes, and clotting time is around 6 to 10 minutes, right? Bleeding time will be determined by the platelets or thrombocytes. Clotting time will be determined by the clotting factors or coagulation factors, all the coagulation factors 1 to 13. So I will quickly go through this scenario because we have discussed this scenario yesterday as well. So in this scenario, we observed that the 8-year-old male patient boy presented with swelling in his right knee. Physical examination revealed which is warm and red in color, and there is fluid. Positive family history is there, and two of the boys' maternal uncles, they are also suffering from bleeding disorder. And lab tests indicate prolonged PTT, number one, normal prothrombin time, number two, and normal bleeding time. So this is a case of hemophilia. This is a case of hemophilia. So in hemophilia, bleeding time remains normal, prothrombin time remains normal. However, the partial thromboplastin time is on the higher side. Why? Because hemophilia is a disorder of clotting factor. This is not a disorder of platelets. So remember, hemophilia is a disorder of clotting factor, especially clotting factor 8 and clotting factor 9. So remember, it is also known as royal disease since it was first discovered in Queen Victoria's blood sample.
सर
जी बेटा,
सर लेकिन हम हीमोफीलिया में यही कहते हैं कि इवन द माइनर कट्स में लीड टू डेथ, तो इसमें ब्लीडिंग स्टॉप नहीं होती, लेकिन
जी।
टेस्ट बता रहा है कि स्टॉप हो जाएगी, वो
नहीं,
प्लेटलेट्स
टेस्ट
का फंक्शन है, लेकिन ये सर समझ नहीं आया।
नहीं, अच्छा, लेट मी explain. Beta, whether the platelets are case, the patient will present with symptoms related to bleeding because both as well as platelets are involved. Platelets are involved in blood clotting factors are also involved in blood clotting. Since there is no deficiency of platelets in hemophilia, that is the reason the bleeding time remains normal. In hemophilia A, which is classic hemophilia, clotting factor 8 is deficient. And in hemophilia B, which is also known as Christmas disease, clotting factor 9 is deficient. So both clotting factor 8 and 9, these are the clotting factors of which pathway? Which pathway? Yes.
Intrinsic path.
Intrinsic pathway.
Intrinsic.
So remember this. Yes, remember this thing in all types of hemophilia, whether A or B. It is the intrinsic pathway which is abnormal or ineffective. Since there is no role of factor 8 or factor 9 in the extrinsic pathway. That is the reason the prothrombin time will remain normal. Plate tennis outside. Prothrombin time indicates extrinsic pathway. No role of factor 8 in extrinsic pathway. No role of factor 9 in extrinsic pathway. So prothrombin time will remain normal. No abnormality of thrombocytes is there in hemophilia. That is the reason bleeding time will remain normal. Since the intrinsic pathway is ineffective due to deficiency of either factor 8 or factor 9, that is the reason the partial thromboplastin time is prolonged. And your question was, the patient will present with symptoms related to bleeding, whether the platelets are missing or clotting factor 8 is missing or 9 is missing. The symptoms are more or less the same. For example, in this case, the patient presented with hemarthrosis. The medical term that we use is hemarthrosis, that is bleeding into the muscles and joints. So the patient presented with painful red swelling over his right knee. Moreover, these patients are prone to easy bruisability, GI bleeding, gastrointestinal bleeding can be one of the symptoms as well, right?
Okay, sir.
So remember, almost 85% of the hemophilics are classic hemophilia, and only 15% of the hemophilic they present as hemophilia B or Christmas disease. These are the important types of hemophilia A and B. In some patients, very rarely, there is deficiency of factor 11. Deficiency of factor 11. The other name for factor 11 is anti-hemophilic factor C. And this will lead to hemophilia type C. So remember, this is factor 11, not 9. So deficiency of factor 8, 9, and 11. This is deficiency of factor 11, not 9. So what are the symptoms in each case? Symptoms are the same, whether there is hemophilia A or B or C. So spontaneous bleeding may occur, prolonged bleeding due to minor cuts, as you have mentioned, minor surgery, tooth extraction may lead to serious bleeding, bleeding from the gastrointestinal tract, bleeding inside the joints, followed by pain. This is known as hemarthrosis, and the only option for treatment that we have is to replace the clotting factor. For example, in patients of hemophilia A, we will administer clotting factor 8 and we will administer clotting factor 9 in patients of Christmas disease. So this is the difference between hemophilia C and the other types. Unlike the hemophilia A and B, hemophilia is an autosomal recessive disorder. Hemophilia A and B both are X-linked recessive. Since in this scenario the patient had positive family history on his maternal side, maternal uncles were positive for bleeding disorders. So this is the summary. So in hemophilia, whether A, B or C, the platelet count will be normal or ineffective. That is the reason the bleeding time will be normal as well. No change in the bleeding time. Whether factor 8 is missing, 9 is missing or 11 is missing, there is no role of these clotting factors in the extrinsic pathway. That is the reason the prothrombin time is also normal. However, the diagnosis is based on this prolonged partial thromboplastin time or activated partial thromboplastin time. So this is the diagnostic test for hemophilia we may check the factor levels, which factor is deficient, but in each case, the PTT will be prolonged. Understood, beta? Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Now, another bleeding disorder very similar to hemophilia. The clinical features are similar to that of hemophilia, especially hemophilia A or classic hemophilia. And the name of this bleeding disorder is von Willebrand disease. The complete name is Adolf von Willebrand disease, named after the scientist, Finnish scientist von Willebrand, who discovered this bleeding disorder in a girl, and he differentiated it from hemophilia A. So, how does this von Willebrand disease or VWD differ from hemophilia A? That is the question. So, in hemophilia A, we have discussed which clotting factor is missing. Yes,
8.
8. And the same clotting factor is affected in VWD as well. So, if you remember the 3 A's of platelets, can anyone tell me the 3 A's of the thrombocytes?
Adhesion, aggregation, and agglutination.
Yes. So the first A is after we
Adhesion.
mentioned here adhesion. If you remember, platelet adhesion is one of the most important properties of thrombocytes, and there is role of von Willebrand factor. Do you remember VWF? In our previous
Yes, sir.
discussions, we discussed this factor. So this factor VWF is responsible for adhesion of platelets. So if this factor is deficient, platelet adhesion will be compromised. So in VWD, impaired platelet adhesion is one of the important pathophysiological features. So impaired platelet adhesion will be there. Another thing about VWF, this VWF is related with the same factor 8, and it forms a complex with the clotting factor 8. So there are two components of factor 8. One is a smaller component. Suppose this is a smaller component, and the other large component is the VWF component. So suppose this is the VWF component, and this will form a complex, factor 8 VWF complex. So the smaller component is factor 8, the larger component is VWF. So under normal conditions, both will be in their optimum levels. Synthesis of factor 8 will be normal, synthesis of VWF will be normal. If the synthesis of factor 8 is compromised, this will lead to hemophilia A or classic hemophilia. However, if the synthesis of the larger component VWF is compromised, this will lead to von Willebrand disease. Let me show you a slide.
सर हर फैक्टर 8 के साथ VWF फैक्टर भी होता है.
Yes, beta. Yes, let me show you. Can you see the diagram? This is figure 8.39. Can you see it?
Yes, sir.
Yes sir.
Now, everyone, please be attentive. Focus on the figure given on your left hand side, figure A, the normal. Here you can see how does a normal factor 8 VWF complex look like. This is the normal structure of this complex. This is the component of factor 8. Here, this blue circle, this depicts the factor 8 component, the smaller component. Okay. and this yellow structure depicts the larger component, which is the complex factor 8 VWF complex. So suppose the synthesis of this smaller component factor 8 is reduced. This will lead to deficient levels of factor 8 and this will cause hemophilia. Which type of hemophilia? Yes?
A hemophilia.
Yes. Classic hemophilia. Remember, VWD resembles with classic hemophilia. Okay. So, decreased synthesis or reduced synthesis of this factor 8 will lead to hemophilia A or classic hemophilia. Now, the figure on your right hand side, figure C, focus here. This is von Willebrand disease, VWD. So, what happens in VWD? The synthesis of the larger component VWF is reduced. This is the larger component. Okay. So when the VWF is on the lower side, this will lead to impaired platelet adhesion, number one. Number two, the levels of factor 8 will also drop in case of VWD because factor 8 component is dependent on VWF as well. So in the absence or in the deficiency of this larger component, eventually the factor 8 levels will drop as well. Are you getting the point? Because
Yes,
this
sir.
smaller component is dependent on the larger component VWF. So not only the VWF levels are on the lower side, which will lead to this will be followed by okay. Now let's compare the two disorders. We will
सर,
talk
आपकी
about
आवाज बहुत कट रही है.
VWD first. So in von Willebrand disease, is it a disorder of platelets? Yes or no?
तो जिस एंडोथेलियल लाइनिंग का सर डिसऑर्डर होगा.
जी बेटा, कैन यू हेयर मी? ये बीप साउंड क्यों आ रही है?
Yes, sir.
बीप. जी बेटा.
No, sir.
VWD, is it a platelet disorder or not? Yes or no?
नो सर, नो सर, एंडोथेलियल लाइनिंग डिसऑर्डर.
Students, are you with me? No response from you.
यस, यस सर.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
No, sir. Yes, sir.
जी बेटा. स्लीप मोड में चले गए सारे.
सर,
सर आपको हमारी आवाज आ रही है.
आ रही.
Sir,
सर आप स्लीप मोड में चले
slide पे लिखी है.
नो सर.
Okay.
Oh,
Since platelets are not effective, that is the reason the bleeding time is prolonged. Okay. What about the prothrombin time? ये अब आपने बताना है बेटा.
स्लाइड विजिबल नहीं है सर.
स्लाइड विजिबल नहीं है.
no, sir.
विजिबल नहीं.
क्या नहीं? ये ब्लैक आ रहा है. ये जरा उमर देखना जरा ना स्लाइड से नहीं आ रहा.
यस
सर
Okay, fine. Thank you. Acha. So what about prothrombin time? Will the prothrombin time change in VWD?
No.
normally
No,
Yes.
sir.
So in von
Normal होगा.
Willebrand disease as well as in hemophilia, it is the partial thromboplastin time (PTT) which is prolonged. Okay. Remember factor 8, factor 9, all these factors they have nothing to do with the extrinsic pathway. Okay. The extrinsic pathway will remain normal. The prothrombin time which depicts the extrinsic pathway will remain normal. Only the intrinsic pathway clotting factors are effective. That is the reason PTT will be on the higher side. So this is the comparison.
Sir,
So what is the distinguishing feature between these two bleeding disorders, hemophilia A and VWD? Anyone? What is the distinguishing feature between classic hemophilia
Prolonged
and
होता है
VWD?
VW.
जी बेटा?
Bleeding time is
sir,
Yes, this is the
VW.
distinguishing feature. So in all types of hemophilia, whether A, B or C, the bleeding time will remain normal. The thing to remember is, although there is no role of thrombocytes, no direct involvement of thrombocytes or platelets in VWD, if you check the platelet count will show you normal figures. However, the bleeding time is still on the higher side. And we have discussed the reason. The reason is deficiency in the VWF and the role of VWF in platelet adhesion. Due to impaired platelet adhesion, this bleeding time is prolonged. Remember, this prolonged bleeding time is not due to platelet deficiency. This is not due to
sir,
thrombocytopenia. I repeat, this prolonged bleeding time in VWD is not due to thrombocytopenia, rather, this is due to deficiency of VWF leading to impaired platelet adhesion.
sir.
सर इसमें PT नॉर्मल क्यों है VWF में PT नॉर्मल क्यों है प्रोथ्रोम्बिन टाइम
Okay, in VWD, which factor is missing or deficient? VWF, and this is related to
Yes.
which clotting factor? Factor 8. Do you remember the VWF factor 8 complex? Do you remember?
Yes sir.
There is a small component, factor 8, and there is a large component, VWF, and together they form a complex. Okay, if the small component factor 8 is missing, this will cause hemophilia A. If the large component VWF is missing, this will cause VWD. So your question is why
Sir?
prothrombin time is normal. Prothrombin time depicts the extrinsic pathway. You played tennis outside. Played tennis outside. Extrinsic pathway. So there is no role of factor 8 in the extrinsic pathway. That is the reason prothrombin time is within the normal range.
सर
Yes, yes.
सर हम इस तरह कह सकते हैं कि वॉन विलिब्रेंट डिजीज के अंदर प्राइमरी प्लेटलेट प्लग ही नहीं बनेगा, जबकि हीमोफीलिया के अंदर प्लेटलेट प्लग तो बन जाएगा लेकिन उसकी इनमेशिंग नहीं होगी बाय इंट्रिंसिक पाथवे.
Yes, you are right. You are right. In hemophilia, whether 8, 9 or 11, there is nothing wrong with the platelet adhesion. There is nothing wrong with the platelet adhesion. That is the reason the bleeding time is within the normal range. Platelet adhesion is normal. Moreover, the platelet counts are also normal. However, in VWD, although the platelet counts are normal, but the platelet adhesion is impaired due to deficiency of VWF. So you are right in a way. Hemophilia A, no impaired platelet adhesion is there. Normal platelet adhesion is there. However, in VWD, there is impaired platelet adhesion. So another bleeding disorder is thrombocytopenic purpura. Thrombocytopenic purpura. For that, you have to understand the term thrombocytopenia. And what is thrombocytopenia?
Decreased platelet count.
And what is the normal average concentration of platelet in a normal
1.5 lakh to
blood?
1.5 lakh to 4.5 lakh.
1.5 lakh to nahi beta. Anyone else?
2.5 lakh.
Okay, it is 150,000 to
3 lakhs.
300,000 cells per millimeter cube. The normal platelet count is 150,000 to 300,000 cells per millimeter cube. So this is the normal range of platelet count. Thrombocytopenia means platelet count less than normal. Thrombocytosis means platelet count above normal. So thrombocytopenic purpura. In thrombocytopenia, the platelet count is compromised. So deficiency of platelet will prolong which test? Clotting time? जी बेटा.
Bleeding time prolonged.
Bleeding time, yes. So decreased platelet count will prolong the bleeding time because platelets will determine the bleeding time. Clotting time is determined by the clotting factors. So what happens in purpura? There are hemorrhagic spots, bleeding spots, small hemorrhagic spots which are present under the skin, and since they appear purple colored, so we use the term purpura. Okay, and sometimes there are large areas of blood inside the skin, blood beneath the skin, and this is known as ecchymosis. So remember, in thrombocytopenic purpura, it is the platelet which is involved. The thrombocytes are involved. Deficiency of thrombocytes is known as thrombocytopenia. Thrombocytopenia will lead to prolonged bleeding time. However, the clotting time will remain normal. So
Sir?
there are different types of जी बेटा पूछ ली.
सर ये ब्रूसेस क्यों बनती हैं हालांकि हमने कोई कट भी नहीं लगाया तो इंटरनल ब्लीडिंग ऑटोमेटिकली क्यों स्टार्ट हो जाती है?
The platelet counts is on the lower side. Obviously, the bleeding time will prolong, and such patients, they are prone to bleeding. Even minor cuts, they can lead to serious bleeding. Right? The most important function of thrombocyte is blood clotting. We have discussed the functions of thrombocyte.
Yes.
Role of thrombocyte in blood clotting, number 1. Role of thrombocytes in clot retraction, number 2. Role of thrombocytes in hemostasis, prevention of blood loss. Right? So if the thrombocyte count is on the lower side, if the thrombocyte cells are on the lower side, obviously this will lead to bleeding or bruising. And there are two types of thrombocytopenic purpura. One is ITP and the other one is TTP, idiopathic thrombocytopenic purpura and thrombotic thrombocytopenic purpura. ITP means idiopathic. So idiopathic means without any known cause. Idiopathic means no known pathology, unknown cause. Thrombocytopenia. Thrombocytopenia means platelet count less than normal. And purpura for the purple hemorrhagic spots which are formed over the skin. And the other type of purpura is thrombotic thrombocytopenic purpura, TTP. So there is no known cause in ITP. The exact cause is unknown, and according to some, there are anti-platelet or anti-thrombocyte antibodies which destroy these thrombocytes of platelets, Hence, there is thrombocytopenia. And in other type, thrombotic thrombocytopenia, different thrombi or microthrombi are formed. Now we are using a new term, thrombus. So anyone who can define the term thrombus? Thrombus. Ji beta.
So localized blood clot.
Shabash, shabash. And the plural is thrombi. The plural is thrombi. And what is embolus? EMBOLUS. Embolus.
If thrombus get dislodged in
Yes.
circulatory
So
system.
when a thrombus becomes mobile, it becomes an embolus. Okay. When a thrombus is dislodged, as you have just mentioned, or it becomes mobile, we will label such a thrombus as an embolus, and the plural is emboli. And formation of these small size thrombi is there in thrombotic thrombocytopenic purpura, and we call these microclots as microthrombi. Microthrombi. Micro means small size. Small size blood clots are formed throughout the vascular system. Throughout the vascular system. So what are the other features, pathological features? If you take the bone marrow biopsy of such a patient, if you take the bone marrow biopsy of a patient of RTP, it will depict increased number of megakaryocytes. Now again, recall what is megakaryocyte.
Precursor
Yes.
for platelets.
Yes, these are the precursors of thrombocytes, the precursors of platelets. So since the thrombocytes are deficient, so the penultimate step is formation of megakaryocytes. The levels of megakaryocytes will be on the higher side. Decrease platelet count and increase megakaryocytes in patients of ITP. And in
इसमें क्लॉटिंग
thrombotic
टाइम नॉर्मल क्यों है?
जी बेटा पूछिए दोबारा.
सर क्लॉटिंग टाइम नॉर्मल क्यों है?
बेटा अब हम बात करते हैं ब्लीडिंग टाइम, क्लॉटिंग टाइम की भी हम बात करते हैं. वेट अ सेकेंड, ठीक है. पहले पैथोफिजियोलॉजी समझ लें, ठीक है. So in patients of ITP, the levels of platelet will be on the lower side. This will prolong the bleeding time. Moreover, if you take the bone marrow biopsy, the bone marrow biopsy will show increased number of the megakaryocytes. Now, if we compare this ITP with TTP, thrombotic thrombocytopenic purpura, it is self-explanatory. Thrombotic thrombocytopenic purpura. Thrombotic for formation of multiple small size clots. We call these clots microthrombi, and these microthrombi, they are dispersed throughout the vascular system. Moreover, the peripheral blood smear will show thrombocyte count less than normal, obviously. Schistocytes will be present and reticulocytes will also be seen. So, what is reticulocyte? Yes. Yes, beta, anyone?
So pre-form of
Reticulocyte.
RBC. Pre-form
Yes.
of RBC.
This is the immature form of the erythrocyte. Just like the megakaryocytes are the immature form of thrombocytes, the reticulocytes are the immature form of the erythrocytes. Due to formation of multiple microthrombi throughout the vascular system, the erythrocytes are fragmented or destroyed to some degree. So that is the reason the immature stage, the reticulocyte stage, will be on the high side. So we increase reticulocyte count will be labeled as reticulocytosis. And the other term that we have mentioned is schistocytosis. This is fragmented form of the RBC. So suppose the normal RBC is biconcave disc shape. like this. Okay, so when the RBC is fragmented, it forms an elliptical shape like this. Can you see? Fragmented form of the
Yes.
RBC, and it gives you an elliptical shape, and this is due to formation of the microthrombi. So this fragmented form of RBC is known as schistocyte. Schistocyte, and the phenomenon is known as schistocytosis.
सर आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही.